Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator. And in today's video, we're going to talk about something that's been making news a little bit, and it is Ferrari and their combustion engine isn't going anywhere. This is a July 7th, 2022 article, but there's a bunch of articles that have come out in the past, I don't know, 5 days or so. Here's a May 9th, 2023 article. Today is May 15th. About 9 o'clock at night, Mountain Time. And Ferrari is investing in combustion engines, which could live on past 2035. And Ferrari, their CEO, says ICE still has a lot to do. And ICE, right here in this Breitbart article, ICE is an internal combustion engine. So yeah, this article here too is a May 15th article, and they say Ferrari says no to EVs, will stick to traditional combustion engines, and the BBC had an article too. This was one day ago, so May 14th, 2023. Ferrari resists pressure to phase out combustion engine. So let's just take a look at a few of these. The Ferrari. Now, I am not a car person. I do not advocate cars and driving fast. I don't understand all this silliness, but there's a lot of people in the world who do. And there's a lot of guys that are gearheads, and their minds, their genius is engines and making cars move faster. I mean, I've even living in resorts. I mean, the biggest gearheads I've met are Indy pit crews. They come out to Vail, and those guys do incredible work, and this is a whole avenue of life, for some people. And the environmental educator, yes, I am about living responsibly, but I am not about taking away anybody's genius, anybody's good fun, what anybody likes doing, anybody's, as the Ferrari CEO in here says, anybody's free will. Okay? We can live responsibly and still live. Okay, I'm not the people that won't allow solutions that are taking away a lot of common life objects in the name of we need solutions while they just won't allow solutions. So right here it says the legendary Italian carmaker Ferrari has no intention of phasing out combustion engines and going fully electric or hybrid anytime soon. So it said Sunday that it plans to keep making the 8 and 12 cylinder engines. It has made its trademark at least until the end of the 2030s. So yeah, they're putting some money into this. So when you're putting money into it in 2023, you better be thinking that money is gonna, pay itself off by, a couple of decades from now. But the chief Italian manufacturer told the BBC that it would be arrogant to dictate to customers what they can buy while at the same time walking away from the company's heritage. Instead, Ferrari wants to honor its history of high performance cars using traditional methods of propulsion. And Ferrari insisted it would continue to develop the internal combustion engines to salute what it called an essential part of the company's heritage. And the Ferrari boss, the CEO, Benedetto Vigna, pointed to this decision as a sign that technology was evolving and denied doing so would undermine the company's environmental credentials. The thing is, I don't think Ferrari drivers care that much about environmental credentials. And right here is interesting. It says that despite building fewer than 14,000 vehicles in 2022, according to a report from Automotive News Europe, Ferrari has overtaken Stellantis, the parent company of 14 car companies, including Alfa Romeo, Citroën, Fiat, Jeep, Peugeot, Ram, and Vauxhall. So they're doing okay for themselves over there at Ferrari, and they always will be. You know, people that seek out these high-end sports cars, they're an audience and a market all to themselves. And it does say here that Ferrari is planning to launch its first fully electric model in 2 years, in 2025. In 2 years' time, a design the company insists will offer a unique driving experience. And so, that CEO Vigna said that the discussion that was happening a few weeks ago about the adoption of e-fuel, I thought that this would happen in 25 or 26. This is really good for us because you can run a car with fuel that is neutral. I think that the two are very much compatible, and this is a reinforcement of our strategy. Now, the thing about this e-fuel here is nobody's talking about hemp. Okay, there's a lot of talk about hydrogen and maybe some other things, but not what the world needs, which is hemp. What you could have Ferraris made of hemp and running on hemp, and that's just not in the conversation right now. But it needs to be. But that same Vigna, he said that the company's first EV would be a true Ferrari. And he added that suppliers have been identified and the vehicle is ready to make its debut. And this Car Buzz article that the combustion engine Ferrari isn't going anywhere, it says down here that Ferrari has taken a leaf out of Toyota's book and is also looking into hydrogen as a future solution. The technology is hotly contested and many have called it impractical, but as Toyota has shown us, hydrogen has the potential to drastically reduce emissions while still providing the thrills associated with the internal combustion engine. Whether Ferrari can make it work is another story. Synthetic fuels aren't off the table either, and Ferrari won't let the V12 die without a fight. And hey, Ferrari, I have one word for you: hemp. So, if only people would get on board actual real solutions, then all of this e-vehicle chat wouldn't even be happening. But this January 25th, 2023 article is interesting. Ferrari is engineering a simulated engine sound like most legacy automakers for its future EVs. So Ferrari recently did a patent filing, and they intend to implement unique engine noises in its upcoming electric vehicles. The patent includes a system that reproduces combustion engine noise that can be synced with the increased acceleration of the vehicle's electric motors. And the article says that following a recent patent filing, they learned that one of those unique features mentioned by Vigna would be a new amplification system that reroute the fabricated sound of an engine out the back of the electric vehicle. And last summer, the Ferrari CEO explained during a call with investors that sound is a key trait that makes Ferrari a Ferrari, and that every engine has its own recognizable rev. The CEO Vigna added that he expects Ferrari's EV to have their own signature engine, Roars 2, just without the actual engine. And they say that these simulated engine noises is also for safety. Electric vehicles are sneaky quiet even at high speeds. Adding audible awareness not only keeps a driver informed of their speed, but also alerts pedestrians and other nearby vehicles that the electric vehicle, in this case a Ferrari electric vehicle, is coming. So that's true. I mean, what do you do when you go out and you cross the street? When you get older, do you always look both ways? You rely a lot on hearing before you even look. Uh, Maybe then you do look both ways, but if you don't hear anything, you're like, well, nothing's coming. But today, these electric vehicles are so quiet that it could be right there and you could walk out into it and you wouldn't even know it. So they're hyping that up as an electric feature and, of course, a feature to preserve the revving of the engine that Ferrari owners seek. So Ferrari is holding out, and good for them. Honestly, seriously, I am the environmental educator. I want the solutions the world needs, but I am not about ending life as we know it, as a lot of the people who have power in the environmental realm, I guess, who won't allow real solutions but are taking away people's essentials and then down to their fun, their hobbies, because we got to care about solutions when if they would just get on real solutions, this conversation would have ended a long time ago. So good for Ferrari. It's these EVs. I am not an advocate for them on any level, and I'm not an advocate for Ferraris either. I myself don't understand high-end sports cars, any sports cars really. I'm like, a car just gets you down the road, but for the gearheads out there, for the people that are in this industry, for the people whose genius is the people who make these, you got to let them live out their DNA and live out their life. And we all can have a place in this world if we just lived responsibly. And maybe I should get to the head of Ferrari and be like, one word, hemp. So stay tuned, people.